Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some art supplies sent to me by ARTEZA to try out and share with you. ARTEZA is a company that creates affordable art supplies for artists of every budget, and I'm super excited to affiliate with them and be able to try out these products on camera. I've been approached by companies before, and you know, being in Canada, I'm sort of at a disadvantage because sometimes it's not within a company's capabilities to send stuff to Canada, but luckily ARTEZA now ships to Canada. You can order their items on their website or off Amazon.ca, and I got 3 different sort of products to share with you today. I have the 12 watercolor half pan watercolor palette, so a little travel palette. And I picked this one because I really like sort of travel palette sizes. I really like something that I can just slip into a bag and take with me. And this one also comes with a water brush here. I prefer regular brushes, but I will try this one out anyway. It has a cap and then it twists apart this way so you can fill the water receptacle. I also got these cold press watercolor sketchbooks. They come in a pack of 2, so I'll leave one to the side for later. But I'm going to try this out with these products as well, and I'm super excited because I love sketchbooks. I love anything portable, and I'm beginning to build up like quite a repertoire of watercolor sketchbooks that I like, so hopefully I can add this to the list. And I also got here the 48 Real Brush Pen water-based markers. So this one also includes a water brush pen along with the markers, and they even come in a I think a 72 set as well, but I thought that 48 was definitely gonna be more than enough for me. Pull this out here so you can see. They're really nice. They have sort of a sleek black look to them. And here is the water brush that comes with this set. It seems slightly larger than the other one, so it has a larger water receptacle and a larger brush as well. So I actually have 2 different types of water brush to show you today. Alright, so right off the bat, one thing that I like about this little watercolor palette, it's a very standard tin container for them, but I do like that it has the sticker on it because that way I'm not going to get it confused with my other tins that are basically identical. So you open up here and it shows you what colors it comes with. They're all set in here. And you've got a pretty good range of colors. I'm not sure if I would have 3 reds if I was making this myself, but obviously I'm not, so we'll swatch those shortly. And I will also swatch all of the markers. I think you can also purchase the markers with a carrier, but I have a lot of bags and sort of pencil cases myself, so I'm gonna just transfer these to one of those. Alright, so look in here, it looks like the first page of the sketchbook is actually usable, which is awesome. Even the page that is attached to the front board is part of the same watercolor paper that's on the inside. So you can actually use this whole area. So I think I'll swatch my colors here just to show off that you can do that. Most sketchbooks are not like that, so that's kind of cool. One side is slightly toothed and the other side of the paper is very smooth with a little bit of a mechanical texture on it. So I'll try out how the paints work on both surfaces, so the front and the back. the way that they're in registers, of course. You can see here, that's just how bookbinding works. You're gonna get the front side of the paper and the back side of the paper. So when I'm looking at watercolor sketchbooks, it's important to me that both sides of the paper perform well. They don't have to perform the same, of course, being that they're different textures, but as long as they both work, then you can choose which surface you want for which project and stuff like that. These ones also come with a plastic folder in the back, which is quite cute. I like that you can see through it. I like to keep like event tickets and stuff in the back of my sketchbooks, just sort of as a time capsule, so that'll be super cute to use. So this card here you can just slide out, but I'll keep it right here for reference of the colors that I'm swatching. Alright, so I've zoomed you in so you can see the colors a little more closely, and you can also see the texture of the paper. You can see that I've made a few blobs as well, but that's okay. By accidentally making blobs, I've kind of seen how the colors flow into one another, and I quite like them. So I take back what I said about the reds before, because it says here there's a cadmium red light. That's a very classic color to have. I don't think this looks exactly like a cad red light. Cad red light I would expect to be a little more on the warm side, closer to orange. This color they call amaranth. That's sort of a quin red or a magenta type color. That's quite nice and very pinky. And then this rust red here, that's more of like a Venetian red, or even like a Venetian red mixed with a burnt sienna. It's not quite either, but it's sort of a mix of the both. So that's fine. The lemon yellow, pretty typical for a lemon yellow, and the cad yellow light, yep, it's more of like a cad yellow medium if we want to get picky, but this would be your cad yellow light and your cad yellow medium, depending on what brand you're going with, of course. I doubt these are actual cadmiums, but maybe they are. That would be interesting. So this color here, the yellow ochre, it's funny because on the card here it's very orange, but on here it's, you know, it's a yellow ochre. It could also, you know, it's sort of more in person, more like a raw sienna, but still it's a really nice color, and I quite like how that one looks. I'm not disappointed that it's not orange like the card. I like this. Next up we have Prussian blue. Yep, that's pretty much Prussian blue, maybe more on the phthalo side, but pretty straightforward blue. They have this color called Jade Green, which is sort of like a cobalt turquoise kind of color. I'm really excited to see that in a palette that's not normally a color that ends up in palettes. It's super cute, and I think I'll use that quite a lot. They have this blue here called Periwinkle Blue. That's sort of your cerulean or manganese hue type color, your sky color. One thing that they don't have in this set is a ultramarine type blue, but that's easily fixed by, you know, putting a little bit of red into another blue, or darkening this one with the Prussian blue. Then they have Fern Green, which is sort of this muted green here. Sort of a Paraline green type green, something like that. And if you're wondering where's my brighter greens, where's my sap green or my olive green, if you mix this with the yellows or mix the yellows with the blues, you're gonna get that anyway, so that's totally fine. It's harder to get these desaturated colors than it is to get the saturated greens. That's an easy mix. The sepia brown here, it's sort of desaturated, fairly sepia-like. Could also be sort of a raw umber look, or I have a raw greenish German umber. And then here is the noir, so a black, and I like having a black included in a palette. You're not always going to mix it with the other colors, of course, but I like the inclusion of a black because it gives you the possibility of doing just straight monochromatic grayscale pieces, which sometimes when you're on the go, that's really nice because they can be quite quick to do. They also re-wet really nicely, and you can see they're already looking a lot more juicy than they were when I first opened the pan. So I have swatched all of these real brush pens, and one thing that I wanted to point out is that these colors have like the cutest names. Like this one's called Bubble Bath Pink, there's Turtle Green and Parakeet Green and Crocodile Green and Dolphin Gray, and Green Tea and Ginseng. It's really cute. This is just the 48 color set, and there's so much to choose from. I don't even know what they put in the 72 color set. So these are super cute. So these I laid down and then re-wet afterwards with water. So you can see that obviously the darker colors re-wet better than the lighter colors, which is to be expected. I'm also gonna lay down like a bit of water here. Oh good, you can see that on the camera, perfect. And we'll see how they lay in with a little bit of water already down. I'm going to use Elephant Gray. So you can see how it works if you have a little more water already down. The thing I like about brush pens is that they're inks, right? So they will split into different colors. I can see it better from my side, but once it's dry, I think you'll be able to see it. Because they're inks, they split into their different pigments, and then they create this sort of almost 3D effect, just based on how the different pigments move in the water. So that's really cool. Most colors are going to do it a little bit, but I find often that grays do it a lot. And I just think that's super cool, and it's fun for sketching. You can see as I was using the brush in the water, it actually like cleaned the bristles while I was drawing. So that's something to watch out for. You're gonna need to like shake your brush and get the ink back out of there. But I'll let that dry and then zoom in and show you the cool separation of the pigments there. overall, I really like these. I think they're fun. I think it's not the sort of thing that I would use for finished pieces. I find in my practice that when I do my finished pieces, I always go back to my staples, which are regular gouache, so not acrylic gouache, and watercolors from tubes. But when I'm just sketchbooking, in a sketchbook like this ARTEZA one, I like to use faster materials, I like to be loose, I like to have fun, and these colors are very, very fun. I'd like to let you know also that since I'm an affiliate with ARTEZA, if you use the links in the description below, there's some to the shop and some to the specific items I've reviewed today, you'll get 10% off, and I do make a small commission at no extra cost to you, of course, which I would then use basically to buy more art supplies for this channel to try out for you. So if you're interested in anything that I'm talking about today, check out the link below. And again, a big thank you to ARTEZA for sending these over. I'm going to come up with something to draw with these watercolors and brush pens in this nice little sketchbook, and I'll throw on some music. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below.
Leading here in your eyes, you're taking me back through the years. You're still as gorgeous as the day when our lives did collide. Though we're dressed up, we're still kids in love inside. So dance with me, darling. Put your hands in mine and follow my lead as we're drifting through time. And just hold me tighter as our hair turns gray. As we keep on dancing, the world will keep spinning away.
there's the finished piece. I hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse. Did you like these supplies? Are you interested in any of these supplies? If so, feel free to let me know. Let's talk about it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!